Hey everybody, welcome to Dad, Daughters, and Drinks, where you'll always get at least two of those three. Today we are reacting to NF Therapy Session, a title track from the album. Um, just based on the fact that I had to click a self-harm warning before we got to this
Oh,
screen, which is telling us about images and content that could be disturbing, uh, is making me think that this song is probably going to be very emotional. We probably should have some tissues
mm.
around, but we don't. I
I like
say
my I like
we.
my feelings where they are. Oh,
Uh,
okay, we'll see.
I think I'm more likely to need the tissues than you are.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I like things pat, not disturbed, but we'll see.
So
Maybe disturbing.
we just finished doing intro 2, and now we are ready to start on this. I'm a little nervous, but go ahead and do it.
Well, it's fine till I saw this and the creepy little children and the
Oh, and the
yeah.
thumbnail? Yeah.
Yeah, like they're like ghosts of Christmas, whatever or something. I don't know.
Let's see. I bet they're
Okay.
ghosts of something. All right.
Okay, fine. Challenge accepted. It's not blood. Okay.
It's this little.
Oh.
Yeah, I got upstate like a month ago. I was talking to fans and one of them pulled me aside and said we never met, but I swear that you know who I am. I've been through a lot. I don't know how to express it to people. Don't think that I can, but I got that mansion CD on rotation. That's real for me, Nate. You do not understand. It's crazy for me. Kids hit me up, say they slitting they wrists on the daily. This music is more than you think. Don't book me for just entertainment. It's entertaining. Hearing these parents, they telling their kids my music is violent. You gotta be kidding me. I guess that your definition of violence and mine is something that we look at differently. How do you picture me? I want me to smile.
I don't think his music is violent at all.
No, not at all. Well, that reminds me of is when Hyren was real big.
Who?
Hyren?
Oh,
The song?
I thought you meant like I thought you were saying Hiram, like
Oh, no.
George's husband.
No.
I'm not okay.
Hyren.
Hi, Ren.
And there was
Okay.
like a thing on CNN that talked about that song, like glorifying. I don't know if I can say the word, or YouTube. People talk about not saying the word, and YouTube will ban you if you do. So,
Auto ending
unaliving, I think, is the term they use these days.
of self.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah. I don't know.
but is
Maybe
that
I can
even
say
in
it.
there? He talks about it's like more of like a split personality.
Well, no, there's not, and that's the weird thing about it.
The only violence is like when he talks about like that he was, that he was a victim, but it's not glorifying violence certainly at all.
No.
I wouldn't say it's violent.
I agree. I mean, the problem is it's almost like this, do video games cause violence things? And then kids that are doing violent things are playing those games and they say the games are causing the violence. But the reality is people who have issues.
There is a certain amount of desensitization though. That is true. But that's more like visual actually. And it's worse
I'm not
for
saying there's not
It's worse
desensitization.
for men.
I'm just saying that all the research has shown that there's no causality to it. But that's a separate topic. I'm just saying if the parents have kids that are having issues and they're listening to this music, their reaction is to blame the music for their kids' issues instead of realizing that the kids' issues are probably caused by them and they're listening to
Well,
his music
I would
to try and get
first of
through
all, I
it.
wouldn't say probably caused by the parents.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
that's a fair statement. Could be caused by a number of things.
But I am going to say like, there is a component of visual desensitization, right? Like why do you practice with targets? Right? This has been studied in the military. Like
You've gone off on the tangent.
you
again.
need a human shaped target because there is a component of visual desensitization.
Or because that's helping you practice for what you're going to be shooting at.
Okay, whatever.
I'm just saying.
I will win this with citations.
Now,
if you want to
I
go there.
do think, although there would be lots of causes of the kids having trouble, I think parents who are... Ow.
Sorry.
What was that for?
It was just skin flake.
Violence.
It had to be picked.
Violence.
Ah, sorry.
See what I deal with? I'm being repressed.
Okay.
I think the parents that are causing that are more likely to not acknowledge the kids have an issue, whereas if like there's an external cause to your kids having an issue, I think the parents might be more involved in knowing that that issue exists and trying to help it and
This is way too hypothetical.
realizing that the music is helping.
Okay.
Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Telling the kids my music is violent, you gotta be kidding me. I guess that your definition of violence and mine is something that we look at differently. How do you picture me? Want me to smile? You want me to laugh? You want me to walk in the stage with a smile on my face when I'm mad and put on a mask? For real though, I mean, what you expect from me? I'm trying to do this respectfully. They say that life is a race. I knew my problems would probably catch up eventually. I do my best to be calm. How you gonna write me and tell me you slaughtered my family?
That stinks that people would send stuff like that.
See, this is what makes me very afraid of the internet or doing anything on it. It's like all your people are like super nice, but this kind of stuff is like inhibitory, to say the least. I do think what he's saying is interesting as far as how old is he? Do we know?
I do not.
Because I find this to be also like an interesting dichotomy in that I think people of a certain age or up. So you're going to have Gen X and older. It's like, well, yeah, obviously, right? You put your stuff down and you just like, I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. True. That's true. And I think younger generations generally tend to kind of call on that like a little bit and be like, you know.
I'm not sure what you're saying.
I think that they,
or the relation to this anyway.
That's what he's saying. What do you want from me? You want me to put on a smile? You want me to fake this? You want me to put on a mask? Like, is that like what you want?
I see.
And I think the answer from a certain age and up is going to be like, well, yeah, of course. That's how life works, right?
And even though I'd mentioned earlier, we watched a couple of his later videos by accident. So we have seen the smile drawn on the
origin.
face.
Mm-hmm.
And so it looks like this is where that stems from, is him saying.
I think a lot of society also like wants this and it's like very made comfortable by it.
What?
Assimilation. Like you wear your little mask and do your thing and it makes everyone around you comfortable.
Got it.
They do not like
No,
over honesty.
It's a very nice way to say it.
I like it, but a lot of people don't.
Okay.
I'm trying to do this respectfully. They say that life is a race. I knew my problems would probably catch up eventually. I do my best to be calm. How you gonna write me and tell me you slaughtered my family? That's just a glimpse of the stuff that gets said to me. These are the parts of my life that I'll never see. Woo! I am aware it's aggressive. I am not here for acceptance. I don't know what you expected, but what you expect when you walk in a therapy session. And told me her life's full of drama. Said her dad is abusive, apparently he likes to beat on her mama. I got so angry inside, I wanted to tell her to give me his number. But what you gonna do with it, right? You gonna hit him up, then they'll start hitting her harder, that's real. These kids, they come to my shows with tears in their eyes. Imagine someone looking at you and saying your music's the reason that they're alive. Sometimes I don't know how to handle it. This type of life isn't glamorous. This ain't an act for the cameras. You see me walk on these stages, but have no idea what I'm dealing with after it. I put it all in the open. This is the way that I cope with all my emotion. I'm taking pictures with thousands of people, but honestly, I feel like nobody knows me. I'm trying to deal with the pressure. I'm trying to deal with the pressure. How you gonna tell me my music does not have a message when I'm looking out at this crowd full of people I know are affected? I got some things in my life.
Like really, really, yeah, like interesting. I think a lot of people when they, you know, this kind of sharing it, I think is really powerful for others. And I think, you know, he's Christian, correct? And I think there is a feeling often, you know, when you've been through, you know, something like this and have that powerful, you know, I think it can be really like demonstrative and really helpful to people with that. And so I think a lot of people feel a responsibility and a way to share that, but you know, you're still a person kind of growing through that. And I think that's kind of a really nice way to, you know, put that. I think it's, you know, it's somewhat cathartic for him. Right. But then also like almost like ministry to others. So,
absolutely.
It's interesting.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting with the concept of the therapy session being writing the music that's acting as the therapy session for other people to listen to as their therapy session. Therapy session inception. Now, apparently, this is a total kind of side thing, but people have mentioned in comments that he's a big movie buff and that there's like lots of references to certain movies and songs. I don't know if this one's going to have any or not, But we talked about the whole Riddick Vin Diesel thing, and apparently there was a reference to Inception in there that we didn't call out.
No, that was in there.
Yeah, no, I remember him saying it, but I didn't catch that it was going to be a movie reference.
Oh. Go back. I just want to hear that part again.
Okay, sure. All right.
In a neck for the cameras. You see me walk on these stages, but have no idea what I'm dealing with after. And I put it all in the open. This is the way that I cope with all my emotion. I'm taking pictures with thousands of people, but honestly, I feel like nobody knows me. I'm trying to deal with the pressure. I'm trying to deal with the pressure. How you gonna tell me my music does not have a message when I'm looking out at this crowd full of people I know are affected? I got some things in my life. I know I should let them go. Let me jot it down. Let me take a mental note. I'll put it all on this microphone. Think about that for a minute. What is the point of this song I'm just venting? But what you expect from a therapy session? Therapy session. About me, that doesn't worry me. I know I handle some things immaturely. I know that I need to grow in maturity. I ain't gonna walk on these stages in front of these people and act like I live my life perfectly. That doesn't work for me. Christian is not the definition of what perfect means. Woo! I ain't the type to be quiet.
I mean, I think that's the number one misunderstood thing about Christianity is people who aren't familiar with it really think it's people trying to be perfect and calling out other people's imperfections. And that's why there's such a view of hypocrisy with Christianity, when I don't think that's really the point at all.
Well, I mean, I think there are a lot of people in religion that 100% act like that.
Oh, well,
I do not think by the book, literally, obviously that's not right. So you've got Christ, who, who washed the feet of a horse. I mean, that was never his, but a lot of people do act a little.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying the people
intolerant.
Don't. I'm not saying the people don't. I think that's not the purpose of the religion, though.
No, but I mean, you can't blame people for having negative experiences and thinking that, which is sad. But
yeah.
I ain't gonna sit here in silence if I wouldn't say what I say to your face, and I promise you I wouldn't say it in private. I am not lying. People go off on my page and I'm trying to quit the replying, but this is ridiculous. I'm passionate, man. I really mean what I'm writing. You want me to keep it 100? Okay, I'll keep it 100. I see a whole lot of talking on socials, but honestly, I don't see nothing in public. I kinda love it, yeah. Why don't you write us some happy raps? That would be awesome. All of your music is moody and dark, nay. Don't get me started. You wanna know what it's like if you met me in person? Listen to my verses. This music is not just for people who sit in the pews and pray at the churches. Nah, I've been rejected. I don't expect everyone to respect it. I don't expect you to get my perspective, but what you expect from a therapy session?
I really like the kind of the reuse of expect over and over again.
Like if you met me in person, listen to my verses. This music is not just for people who sit in the pews and pray at the churches. Nah, I've been rejected. I don't expect everyone to respect it. I don't expect you to get my perspective, but what you expect from a therapy session?
I mean,
I couldn't. It's a dark video. I'm trying to tell
it's probably
if he's got
demonstration of cutting scars, I would guess.
I don't know if he's actually pointing at his own, is what I was looking for, but it's too dark.
I mean, I think sometimes people, they confuse what I'm doing. I write about life, I write about things that I'm actually dealing with. Something that I'm actually experiencing. This is real for me. Like, this is something that personally helps me as well. I'm not confused about who gave me the gift. God gave me the gift and he gave me the ability to do this, and he also gave me this as an outlet. And that's what music is for me. When I feel something, whether it's anger, it's a passion about something, a frustration, like, this is where I go. That's the whole NF Real music thing, man. This is real for me. I need this. This is a therapy for me.
Hmm. So interestingly, you were talking earlier about that creating a critical listener, whatever class. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Okay. And so the book that
Not in the video. Not this.
Yes. Um, I would tell you what page to go to, but I don't. Whatever.
You can make a number up.
No, like S.G. Brinker or something. Whatever. I don't know. He got invited to teach a class like at a university.
That's not exactly true.
That's 100% what happened.
I was asked to go in and talk about my experiences in a single class about something.
Okay, this is the book. Anyway, oops. It's called This Is What It Sounds Like. And so it's written interestingly by a Berkeley music professor and I think like a neuropsychologist maybe. But it's talking about critical listening, and it talks about basically like the characteristics of music. There's also a playlist on iTunes if you like just want to listen to all the things that are mentioned in the book as you go through. But it talks about like what people like and do not like like in music, and one of them is like authenticity, right? Like the just
Things that they like.
yes, right? Do you like things like perfect, or do you like things kind of authenticity is this like there's irregularities there, kind of the more not like not like a perfect voice, but like
Mm-hmm.
and so I think he would just score like really highly on that. Like, I mean, it's very like authentic, and I think for a lot of people that's really in and of itself, barring everything else, I think really to me like really attractive. Yeah, because it is real. And I think there's a hunger for that, especially in a world where like freaking every other song in the top 40 is like, I don't know, sounds like something made by AI or,
These days it could
electronic
be.
sort of fake, tacky. But yeah, that this is 100% not that. And I think you feel that. And I think it's great.
Totally agree with everything she said. I can say that in that class, if they talked about things that make music you don't like, I would say apathetic British voices.
Incorrect. Negatory.
80s
No,
music
Depeche
beats in
Mode and
general.
New Order and The Cure are amazing. Period. The end.
I mean, I jest a little bit because this is.
I like his music. He doesn't like mine. It's like a one-way street. So
I win.
at any rate,
Yeah, no, I mean, this was a great song. Very heavy, and I want to go back and watch the video a few more times, and maybe with better lighting so I can see better.
why? Why does it matter?
Why does it matter?
Mm-hmm.
You like to be able to see the TV when you're watching movies or
I
something,
don't
right?
know. I like the fact that it's shaded. I mean, you shouldn't like need to know. This is like, what is he saying? And you can presume, but it's
Well,
like you don't
I
have to
feel
get
like-
too close and know.
Well, I mean, it's
Just
not
like
like I'm
a-
trying to scour it. We're just in a room with lights bouncing off the screen, and I can't see it real well.
I know. I just
And I would like to. He went through the trouble of making the video, and I think maybe he wants people to actually see it in the context of the music.
like a little bit of mystery.
Do you think this is supposed to be him when he's younger? Or do you think, because he talked about the girl at the concert, and then there was kind of the young girl and the parents, fighting and whatever.
Isn't this the kid in the therapy session?
Well, I thought it was him talking to himself in the therapy session.
Right, but I mean, like he says that he does music for therapy, so then it's like he's in a therapy session.
Well,
like, with
that's
himself.
what I'm trying to figure out, because the first verse he talked about, the first thing was a boy that came up to him at a concert and was.
I would say yes,
talking to
it's him because he's talking to himself like in a therapy session,
Mhm.
and music is his therapy, so he's
Maybe
sort of
there
like
was in
doing
the
that, and
beginning.
also it's the same arm, so
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's probably true.
which is slightly unusual because it'd be done with the left hand, so that's like
Well, maybe he's right-handed.
no,
Or left-handed.
he's probably well, I mean that's what I'm saying. I said it would be slightly.
Who's
unusual.
overthinking it?
I
Not
just
me.
saying this is
Maybe
just
they
a common
flip-
presentation.
Maybe they
That's all.
flip the camera.
That's true.
All right. Well, this was a very good song.
Mhm.
And yeah, now we know about the dark smile kind of thing, the dark Joker
Mhm.
thing.
I think it's good to like call people on that and be
Oh,
like
yeah.
forthright. I think that all of this just never works. All the smiley face fake stuff. So I think I just really like it.
All right. Well, on that note, thanks everybody for watching. If you made it this far, you get a Cobalt trophy. right?
Wait, was it that last time?
It was
You should
cobalt.
have different colors every time.
There's that's gonna be tough.
Scarlet.
A scarlet trophy.
Yeah, because Texas Tech colors are scarlet and black.
It's red and black.
You can have purple next time.
I need it's royal purple.
What? There's no such thing as royal purple. It's just purple.
No.
What?
I saw it
Is that literally y'all's color? Is that what it says?
I saw it on a crayon box.
Oh, please. No.
All right. Again, thanks for watching. We'll see you all again on the next one. Take care. Bye.